Hey everyone, it's Sarah, also known as Mediterranean Goddess 1111. Thank you so much, you guys, for being here. If you're new, welcome to my channel. And if you're a returning subscriber, what's up, soul family? I just want to come on here and kind of do a little different setup. What I wanted to do, of course, was a love reading with my cards, but Spirit had different plans. So I have to be obedient, right? And so I didn't want to just show my hands, you know what I'm saying? So I just came on here to be vulnerable with you guys. And I'm sorry if I look down, my computer's right here and I just want to, tap on a couple notes that I wrote down while I was meditating before this video. Okay. First of all, I hate to come across so rough, but I just want to say that even if I come off rough, you guys, everything that I'm saying to you guys is with love. The whole reason I opened this tarot channel, the whole reason I opened up this channel is to give love and healing to others. Because that's how I got love and healing as well. And so I just want to give back. So as I sit here and I'm vulnerable, I'm not going to speak correctly all the time. I'm going to mispronounce words. I might look funny to some of y'all. I might sound funny to some of y'all, but I'm here with a purpose. So basically what I'm saying is that if you have great comments, high vibe comments, please comment down below if I resonate with you. If not, your shit talking comments are going to be deleted. That's all I have to say about that, because I have got some negative comments and it was hard for me because, I'm like, I'm coming on here with love and I'm being triggered, because of insecurity issues that I have, and Spirit was like, no, you're going to still listen to your intuition and follow your call. And I was like, okay. So basically, if y'all talk shit, I'll just delete it. And I'm going to keep doing these videos because I'm following my intuition. And so, I know that it's all good, And I just wanted to give a little example. Lauryn Hill, I don't know if you guys know who Lauryn Hill is, but when she was like 13 years old, she was booed off, or she wasn't even booed off. They tried to boo her off at the Apollo, and she just kept singing. She just kept singing all the way to the end. And then at the end, some of the people gave her a standing ovation. And I'm like, Spirit's like, sing through the boos until you get your standing ovation. So I don't know who that message is for out there, but if you resonate with me, then it's going to be for somebody here in my soul tribe, that you keep going, you keep following your intuition, you keep following Spirit and what you're supposed to be doing. And if you get persecuted and people boo you, don't pay attention to that shit. Just sing through the boos like Lauryn Hill. Okay? I wanted this video to not only have love reading, but I wanted to do the Chosen One Oracle. That's right there by Maji the Priestess. But I'll come back and do an actual reading. But like right now, you guys, I wanted to talk to you guys about a couple things. Fast forward, I don't give a shit, because this stuff is priceless that I'm about to talk about. I want to talk about addictions, okay? Okay, this might be a long video because it's 35 minutes, but you guys, I might cry too, and I don't give a fuck, because I'm going to keep it 100 real, keep it trill, keep it raw and vulnerable like I'm supposed to, like I'm called to do, okay? 6 months ago, or like 8 months ago, whatever, in July of last year, my daughter's father died, and I never told you guys what he passed away from. And I got the medical examiner. I talked to the medical examiner and everything like that. First of all, it was very traumatic for me because he was found in his car, dead in front of his house. And I was there, and the paramedics pulled him out and they tried CPR on him. And, you know, I watched them put a toe tag on my, he's my friend. He was my soulmate regardless, karmic or not. And, you know, I just heard Spirit say, even karmic relationships are important because they're there to teach us, right? And so anyways, I watched him literally get toe tagged and put in a body bag. And it was so hard because what he died from was alcohol poisoning. He liked to drink. And this time it was too much. And so I don't know if anybody else out there is dealing with addiction, whether it be drug or alcohol or unhealthy foods or bad habits, right? We all have those. I just want to let you know that I love you and I'm here for you. And if you need to email me, my email is either in the description box or on my bio. And I just want to encourage you guys that you guys can get through that, right? And I just want to explain to you, though, about addictions, right? Because I wish I have a picture of him somewhere. Maybe I can learn how to clip and post it so you guys can see. This man 10 years ago, I was going to marry him, and he was so handsome, right? And he had a lot of addictions because he had an addiction to alcohol because he had unhealed trauma from childhood. And so I don't want to, you know, put all his business out there, especially because he's not here anymore. But, you know, he dealt with sexual trauma, and he dealt with, as he got older, he dealt with sexual orientation issues, you know, being a bisexual male. And I didn't even know he was at the time. And, you know, that was the main reason that we had broke up, is because of the dishonesty. You know, it wasn't even that he was bisexual, it was the dishonesty. But when somebody can't deal with inner child issues and heal those wounds, we use addictions a lot of the times. And I say addictions are low vibe entities because they want to keep us from, it wants to keep us from our highest potential. It wants to keep us from our highest self, right? So what I wrote on here was addictions, it's toxic cycles. It's a hamster wheel, right? It's lessons that need to be learned to complete the cycle. You know, you could call it a karmic cycle, but you'll stay stuck on the hamster wheel until you learn the lesson. And so it's our jobs to make the shift. It's our jobs to cut it off. It's our jobs to make space for things to come in that do serve us. So when we cut those toxic addictions, then we make space for what does serve us to come in. And so, like I wrote, let go of anything not serving you in order to embody the best version of yourself. So in order to embody your higher self, in order to get closer and closer to that embodiment, right, we have to let go of people. So the addictions could be a person, right? A lot of us, especially us divine feminines, we get obsessed with our masculines. We get obsessed of when are they coming back and things like that. And I totally understand, right? I understand. I'm a feminine. I'm a divine feminine. I I have a, if you're not into labels, I have another person, and we have to let go of every person that doesn't bring us peace. So that doesn't mean that we don't have to love our masculine or love our feminine or love our significant other or our soulmate, or it doesn't mean we have to stop loving the person. It just means that we choose peace over that situation or over that person. So if we're stuck pining, I heard pining for our twin, that's going to keep us in a 9 of Swords energy, like sleepless nights and like no mental clarity, right? So we have to actually cut that shit off so that we can actually have peace. And I wrote on here, even if it's a family member or people close to you, it could be your best friend, it could be your mom. But sometimes we have to let that go. And like I said, some people you might have to cut completely off. But like if it's people, or let's say like minor children, like my kids that be acting crazy, I love them, right? They're the best things that happen to me, honestly. I like to say the kids will purge you, right? Because I'll just keep it like that. They've been my biggest purge because I constantly want better, for myself, for them as well. But we can distance ourselves or prepare ourselves, right? Like if we know we're going to deal with a toxic ass situation or a toxic ass person, if we have to, because honestly, you don't have to. You can cut the motherfuckers off. But I'm not going to cut off my kids, right? But I do want my peace. So boundaries, loving at a distance, or, like I said, preparing yourself for what's about to, what you're about to encounter so that you can, it's like going into war, like prepare. What's the game plan, And you guys, I'm sorry because I put some mascara on and when I cried, it went all under my eyes. So if I look like a raccoon, oh well. But anyways, I just heard no raccoons. Okay, we taking out the trash. We ain't feeding out the trash. We ain't eating out the trash. Okay, the trash is the trash. We let that shit go. But besides, addictions can, yes, people, but then I have it as thoughts as well. This has been probably the hardest for me, and I'm getting better and better at it. But, toxic thoughts, negative self-talk, negative projections that we no longer want to embody. So if you don't want to embody, like so some thoughts I think is like, oh, you're fat. Oh, you're ugly. Oh, you're never going to be anything, all that stuff. Okay. Well, that's not something, I'm projecting that out and I don't want to embody that. I don't want that. So it's like, you have to switch it up and stop labeling yourself with people's opinions. Stop labeling yourself with people's comments. Stop labeling yourself with people's thoughts of you. Because all that is outside validation. Okay? And we don't want to embody outside validation anyways. Outside opinions, it's like you can listen to them, but they shouldn't sink in. They shouldn't sink into your mind and sink into your heart. Because what's true of you is what you embody. It's what you actually choose to think and choose to project out, right? So that's why we have to change these negative thoughts and change these subconscious thoughts. Because that's a bad habit as well. That's an addiction, toxic thoughts. And it will breed a toxic reality. So it's very important that if we want to shift in things, that we shift our thoughts. And so the last thing, the addictions I was going to talk about was bad habits like overindulgence. So whether it's overindulgence in sex, overindulgence in alcohol, overindulgence in porn, food, unhealthy foods, so I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought, but those things are meant to keep you stuck in a low vibration and stuck in a cycle so that you never reach your potential. And so the first thing that we need to do is we need to stop comparing ourselves to others' performance, because a lot of the times we compare our daily lives on other people's performances. You know what I mean? Like, they practice for that for a long time to become that. Like, I can't sit there and compare. I heard like a new home buyer comparing to like, somebody in their golden years that has already accrued all this through all the years. It's a process. And so we stop comparing ourselves by others' performances by learning self-appreciation for every single step. So appreciating each milestone, right? And having a personal, unique self-expression. So by embracing our own individuality and embracing our own uniqueness, that's how we defeat the comparing thing. Because I put on here, there's only one sun in the sky, right? Just like there's only one you, there's only one me, Like, how can I really give to the world? How could I give to my community, my children, just my day-to-day life? How could I give to myself if I'm trying to embody someone else's path, embody someone else's just the way they look or their tattoos or their whatever? No, you're supposed to have a unique self-expression, And so anyways, what else? Oh boy. So now I exposed myself. So I just want to talk about my own health and wellness struggles. A lot of it, so I'm going to let you get to know me a little bit right now. And I'll try to put out more videos that I have like, how do I call it? Like personal stuff, But it is hard to talk about sometimes. It's hard to expose yourself publicly on YouTube. But if it means healing for one person, then that's what it is, y'all. You feel me? If you feel me, hit the like button. Comment, subscribe, bruh. Anyways, okay, so I deal with health and wellness struggles, okay? I've had 3 children by cesarean, by C-section, and all of them, I had high-risk pregnancies for every single one of them. It started out with, so let me just say this before I even go into all this. So I had a lack of self-love. I'm definitely on this self-love journey. If you're on this self-love journey, please put some hearts in the comments. Let's do whatever rainbow hearts, okay? Let's do rainbow hearts. If you are on the self-love journey, okay? But I had a problem with self-love, and I was in a relationship that the man was physically abusive to me. And I allowed it because I grew up in a home where I would get physically abused as well. And so it was normal to me. And this is a generational curse I'm trying to break now. Yes, I have spanked my children. I'm not putting my opinion towards anyone else. Do what you want. It's your kid, right? But I'm just saying, I'm trying to do it differently with mine. And sometimes it's very hard because my default setting is to smack the shit out of them. But that teaches fear. And I'm trying to teach. And it takes a lot of patience, you know? But because of that, because I lacked self-love, when I got pregnant, it was like a, how do you say, a field day for disease. Okay, dis-ease. I was in a state of dis-ease without self-love, and I was trying to carry babies, and I became diabetic. I had gestational diabetes, and the gestational diabetes has never went away. I went from like 140 pounds to 220 pounds. Do the fucking math. It's like 80 pounds or some shit I gained from it. From, eating like crap, eating what I wanted, bad self-talk, constantly in my head thinking like, I'm not worth it. I'm not nothing, all those things. And from the trauma of being mistreated, allowing myself to be mistreated in a domestic violence relationship, right? And on top of that, so I ended up developing a autoimmune disease. And that's why it's so important to talk about healing, because if you don't heal your emotional trauma, then it will affect your central nervous system, and it will cause not only anxiety and depression, but it goes into, I can't explain it. You could get chronic illnesses. When your nervous system's affected, it also affects other systems in your body. Like your immune system, right? So now I have this thing where my body hurts all the time because my immune system is confused, right? It's like your immune system's been loaded with so much trauma that it gets confused. And now my immune system is making antibodies to attack my healthy tissue. So now my healthy tissue in my body is being attacked by my own self. Isn't that weird that I could actually manifest a disease that it's myself killing myself? Wow. Talk about self-love, right? Imagine, you guys are going to watch me as I reverse all this stuff. As I gain more self-love, as I gain more self-acceptance, as I cut these addictions to better serve myself, to become my highest version, my immune system will not attack my healthy cells. My DNA is being upgraded. I'm healed every time I make a positive thought. I'm healed every time I accept and love myself. Right now, as is. Okay? Not saying I'm going to stay 220 pounds. I'm going to take the steps to become healthier as I've been doing. But I'm also not going to judge myself in this process. I'm going to love myself at every single fucking version. Every version of yourself, y'all. Love yourself at every version. Okay? So I was on like steroids. I was on insulin shots. They wanted me to do some infusion. They wanted me to do, I forget what, remicade? They wanted me to do remicade infusions where you have to go to the chemotherapy place every 6 weeks and get infusions in your body so that it calms your immune system, so that a bunch of damage isn't done to your organs and to your joints. Because I have been into the emergency room. I've dealt with a lot of health stuff, all because being in toxic environments, thinking toxic thoughts around toxic people, and neglecting myself, not giving myself the love that I deserve. And so I am going to tell you guys, I'm going to come back with my twin flame story. Comment down below if you guys want to hear about my twin flame story. My youngest child is my twin flames, and I almost died having him. And so I'm going to come back and do a whole nother video another day about my twin flame story and about how I almost died having my son. And anyways, but I want to let you guys know, me and you, we have nothing to prove in order to deserve love. It's our birthright. It is our birthright that we deserve love. We don't have to prove anything to anyone to deserve it. With that being said, I just want to ask you guys, do you listen to your own intuition? Or do we pay attention to all the details and the rules and allow fear of failure to stop us? The reason why I want to ask that is because a lot of the times we won't even start something because we're afraid that we're not going to do it right, or that we're not going to be accepted. And somehow it's going to fail, right? Somehow it's not going to go right. And it makes us not even take the step, you know? And I just want to encourage you guys to, whatever your intuition is leading you and guiding you to do, that is from source, right? And not hurting others, because source, I'm sorry, source wouldn't guide you to hurt others, but I just want to encourage you to take the first step, because you guys, I want to tell you, like with this tarot channel, I had no idea what I was doing, and Spirit told me to start it. And you guys, I was raised very religious, and I was told that tarot was the devil, okay? And so for me to go through this whole awakening process, and for me to trust, I already know I'm going to see this channel grow. I already know I'm going to see my life grow. I already know I'm going to take more, like I'm going to embody every single day more and more of my higher self. And I encourage you guys to do the same thing, right? And like I said, when I read the cards, y'all, I didn't take no tarot course. I didn't have no nobody to teach me, okay? I've studied a little bit, you know, just watching tarot videos, but I don't watch them that much because it's not healthy. That's obsession to, you know. But I try to listen to my intuition when I'm doing the cards, right? So if you resonate with me, you resonate with me. If you don't, you don't. But I love you guys. Mwah. I'm gonna come back with a read, okay? I love y'all, and I will talk to you guys soon.